This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. Oh, what's this music? I'm not going to do the accent. Sing along, everyone, if you know the words. The TARDIS is shit scared to land at the mining place at the lake. You dream about going down there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the crew around you, 2 of them will die real soon. So many ghosties surround you, what the fuck are we gonna do? Under the lake, under the lake. Doctor, it's better when the posh cunt is deader under the lake. That's it. That's the intro. This is all pre-recorded, by the way. Lawrence, say something. Hello, everyone. It's Lawrence. Nathan, you can introduce the show now.
Thanks, Lawrence. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. This podcast is so inaccessible. Okay?
I know.
And there are none of us that exist because they were all turned into good ghosts. I fucking hate doing these whenever you do something like that. My name is Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space, Alan C. Geronimo Clara, and rewatch all of Doctor Who. Hello, Lawrence.
Hello, Nathan. How are you today?
I'm good. You should have done the accent.
I'm never going to do the accent.
You should have done the accent. Why not?
Because that would be insensitive, and I'm not going to do it. I won't commit to it.
Well,
I've let everyone down, clearly.
You have. You let me down. You let yourself down.
Oh, what do you think of my little song? Do you like it?
Yeah, it was quite nice. It was quite a jaunty little rhythm. Although I feel like you intentionally made it shit.
Yes.
I feel like you can do better than that. You intentionally deadpanned it. I feel like.
I thought there was a fun comedy to that. I thought there was a fun jaunty rhythm followed by the most monotone voice you've ever heard.
Okay, you've now shot me in the fucking foot though, because. Next week's episode is called Before the Flood, which doesn't necessarily lend itself to any kind of classic Disney song.
You could do Take That. You could do The Flood, Before the Flood or something.
I'm not doing that. Also, we'll be recording tomorrow. Okay, so I'm not doing that. Anyway, hi everyone. We had a little break from Podcastageddon.
We did.
Podcastageddon?
Podcastageddon. We landed on Podageddon 2. This time it's Podsenal is what we landed on.
I don't think we ever said that, ever. But it's Podageddon 2. We had a little break. We had a little reprieve. But now we're back. And we are truly going to go fucking insane this time. Yeah. If we stick to plan, it's send help, okay? So
if we stick to the plan, is strong as well, considering that we've broken our own plan twice.
Lawrence, they don't need to know that, okay?
Oh yeah, it's just coming out.
And I reckon we will, okay? Yeah. I reckon we will. We'll stick to the plan. We'll get it done. Bada bing, bada boom. It is 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, the fact, to be honest, that's a testament to how much we're sticking to the plan. That it's 9 in the morning and we're here.
It's 9 in the morning on a fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
And here we are, baby.
We've got no other plans. Just our podcast. We've got
no other plans. Just a podcast and a dream.
Oh,
that's what we're doing.
Speaking of dreams, Nathan, do we want to talk about this episode? That didn't make sense.
It has nothing to do with dreams. It is, though... Oh, fuck, I didn't update any of this. It is Season 9, Episode 3, written by... Hold on. Let me find out. Who's he written by? Hold on. Everyone hang on just a second. Okay.
Everyone hang on.
It is written by... Where are we? Under the Lake. It is written by Toby Whithouse.
Yes.
Directed by Daniel O'Hara. Ooh. Oh, he, O'Hara, what would you rather? I am as Irish as Barack Obama. Toby Whithouse and Daniel O'Hara, good on them, beautiful boys.
Yeah.
They wrote and directed this episode. It is. Did I say what it is? It's Under the Lake, maybe. It's
Under the Lake.
And it's episode 100 and something. The last one I have here is 118, so I assume this is 119.
It's safe to assume, but then we've recorded so many pods recently that could very, very easily be wrong.
that could be like from 4 fucking weeks ago, man. I don't know what is going on. I really should have updated that. That's my bad. I'll own that, everyone.
Well, as long as you're owning it.
That's my bad. Okay.
Nathan.
I'll hold myself to account for that one.
Good. Well, that's good, and that's what the people want. Something else that the people want, another good segue for you there. General thoughts, please.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Lawrence, I would love to know your general thoughts on this episode. By the way, it's been like 4 days.
I didn't think you were going to acknowledge it.
Everything you just heard was recorded like 4 fucking days ago. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Lawrence.
You'll never know why.
What do we say in the intro? Who knows? I can't fucking remember.
Yeah. Well, Nathan, my general thoughts, as I alluded to in the intro mere moments ago.
Yeah.
Man, look, this episode is stuffed with a little, some good concepts, some interesting ideas, but I think it drags a little bit here and there. I'll be honest, this is not, maybe it's coming off of like the bangers that were the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe this is kind of like it kind of altered my perception of this episode a little bit. There's interesting stuff. There is some great interesting stuff, right? And I always like it when they kind of contort themselves and bend over backwards to explain a fun little sci-fi, like mystical thing, like a ghost existing, right?
Yeah.
Performances are solid from everyone. All-timer cliffhanger. One of the goated cliffhangers of all time.
Great cliffhanger, yeah.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. But just, I don't know, it felt a little bit dragging in places. It felt like, if I'm honest, I went in knowing this was a two-parter, but around the half an hour mark, I was like, this could be wrapped up. I feel like this could be wrapped up.
But you don't know it, though. You don't know what there is to be wrapped up.
Well, I'll be honest, the last 10 minutes of the episode go like, here's some more stuff, and obviously set up for next week. And next week, I might be eating humble pie, but all I can do is go off this, because I've never seen this episode before. I've never seen next week. So, I don't know. What about you?
Yeah. I enjoy it. I think you're right. It is a little slow. Yeah. It is a little bit of a slow burn of an episode, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. No. Okay, I don't think it's as quite as fast paced and action heavy as like some of the ones we've had recently. But it is a little bit more slow, a little bit more methodical. Yeah. Okay, and I think that kind of works for the episode, really. Yes, we do all have ADHD now, okay? Yes, TikTok has rotted our brains, okay?
Yeah.
But,
not mine. I got that good old-fashioned Instagram reel rot, not TikTok rot.
Okay, well, that's just TikToks, but 3 weeks later.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? All right, don't act like you're somehow superior because you just watch them on a different platform.
I'm better than you because I'm on a slightly worse Nazi app than you are.
Exactly. Okay. Fucking hell. Look, I think it's fun. I quite like the episode, actually. I like it quite a lot. I think it deals with some interesting stuff. It's got quite spooky vibes. It's quite, I don't think this is something we can explore, but there's vibes and themes, and it's not too dissimilar from the whole, Impossible Planet Satan Pit sort of feel.
No, it's not.
It's got sort of similar vibes and stuff, but hey, there's good stuff in here, and I'm looking forward to discussing.
Yeah, I think they do a good job of keeping the tension up. Like it's got the great vibes of this is a damned crew and there's only one way out.
Yes,
and the one way out is survive till tomorrow.
Yes,
that's all interesting stuff, and I think some of the characters in here are very interesting too. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is just the pace, and I get every episode can't be fucking like because we've just come off the series finale and then also the series opener, right?
And a Christmas special,
and they're all episodes that have a lot of energy pumped into them naturally.
Yes.
Right? So off a run of high energy episodes, this is kind of it doesn't fully lend credence to your theory, but this is the episode 3 point of a series where they start to go, let's take our foot off the gas a little bit before we ramp up again.
It's not though. No, I don't think this is counted as that really, because this is better than those shit ones.
Yeah, yes, yeah, I would agree with that.
Because like the your Curse of the Black Spot.
Yeah.
You're unquiet or unquiet dead, whichever one it
two.
is. One of the two. Who can say for sure? All right.
Me.
No. Your Shakespeare's Code,
Yeah.
dog shit. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all generationally bad episodes of Doctor Who.
This
The
one is
school
infinitely better,
reunions,
yeah.
School
No,
reunion.
no.
Yeah, it's in there. Look.
Is School Reunion, does that take number 3? Is that the 3rd episode?
That's it's not always 3. It can be sometimes, it can be 2, sometimes it can be whatever. But School Reunion is 2, I believe.
I feel like it's got 4 vibes.
No, School Reunion is 3. Yeah, because it's New Earth, Tooth and Claw, School Reunion.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Egg and cress on your face and sandwich.
Oh no, I don't even like egg and cress.
You don't like an egg and cress sandwich?
Nah, paedophiles do, man, not me.
Oh, love an egg and cress. Wait, hold on.
Let the record reflect.
No, let the record show, okay, that what Lawrence said there is not true, okay? But it is true that I enjoy an egg and cress sandwich. A lovely little sandwich.
Nah, man, I can't do it. I can't do
Egg
it.
and cress.
Yeah, I know. I know what the words are.
Lawrence is egg and cress.
Oh, my mistake. I didn't know it was egg and cress.
Nah, it's nice. Nice little sandwich.
No,
Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's not a big overly filling sandwich or anything like that. Sure,
Yeah.
there are more filling, tastier, juicier sandwiches out there.
Yeah.
But it's like a light little snack, a light lunch, Quite enjoyable.
I'm a cucumber and cheese man if I'm having a light sandwich.
You should kill yourself.
Mate,
okay?
it's a goated combo, and you refuse
There
to
is
admit
no.
it.
You cannot say cucumber and goated in the same sentence.
When was the last time you had a cucumber?
1942.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that was the year you were born.
All right. If you go, why have a cucumber? All right. Why would you go for a cucumber and not the superior version of it, which is a pickle?
Nah, man, pickles are dead.
No, they're not. They're cucumbers, but with flavour. They're better. They're like, hey, what if we added actual flavour to this, rather than just a fucking bland bite of nothing,
I don't like... You've
Rather
positioned...
than just flavourless crunch, all right?
Look, you've positioned me in a losing field here, right? I can't debate that, yes, pickles are infinitely more flavoursome
Lawrence
cucumbers.
loves, all right, what if you had water but crunchy, all right? That's Lawrence's favourite snack. Just no flavours whatsoever.
Is it a bad time to bring up that I like watermelon as well?
Horrible fruit.
There's better fruits, I'll give you that, yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan, where's this episode kicking off? Where are we opening? And is it Scotland?
It is Scotland.
Scotland.
Yes, it is Scotland. It is the undersea base. I believe it's known as the Drum.
Yeah,
I think.
the Drum.
Yeah. An underwater mining facility in Caithness. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but I don't care. In Scotland in 2119. A whole 1,094 years in the future.
Yes, I think that's right.
Yeah, 1,094? Yes, I think that's correct.
I want it... Right, I tell you what, editing, Lawrence, do the sum, and here you go. Yeah, man. Nah, you're an idiot. That's wrong. You get to choose.
Cool. Good stuff.
So yeah, they've located a craft of unknown origin at the bottom of a lake or whatever. It's time to investigate and bring this vessel on board, Nathan.
Who's they?
Some crew, miners, basically.
Yeah, they're like, we're all here. Anyway.
They are like that. We're all here, they say.
We're all here.
Everyone
we're in
here?
Scotland,
Yeah, we're all here.
and we're underwater, and we're all here. Anyway, yeah, they find this ship, and they're like, whoa, look at this ship.
Is it clear we watched this episode a couple of days ago?
I've forgotten almost everything about this episode. Good job I have my notes, okay?
I rewatched this yesterday, and then there was another reason why we couldn't record yesterday, so I'm still working. I've watched this twice, and I'm still working with, like, memory that is terrible.
This will be a good one. We are going insane. Always remember that.
Oh, dear Lord. There's a cunt bleating away. He's like, I own the spaceship, actually, because it's mine.
Oh, yeah, the worst cunt in the episode, let me tell you.
Yeah.
All right.
My note says, shut up, cunt.
Yeah, he's like, I think a conversation needs to be had about who owns this spaceship, actually.
I own the right to all the assets and discoveries.
All right, cunt, all right? It's a miracle they didn't just throw him out of the fucking base right then and there, Anyway.
Even without the ghost, just fucking throw him out.
Yeah. They're like, are they unit? They're like kind of unit, kind of not unit.
No, because one of them later on's like, I wish I could be in unit. I wish I could be a big boy in unit. And Clara's
But then
like,
one of them's like, but then at one point the Doctor's talking to unit, and then he's like, I am the Doctor, and then one of them's like, oh, I know you. I'm a big fan.
Oh, yeah, someone is like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
he uses his unit code later on the phone, doesn't he?
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm confused about who they are. They're like kind of army, kind of unit, kind of whatever.
Maybe they're unit, and this guy is just the translator that's kind of bummed along for the ride. Because I think it is him that's like, I wish I could be a big boy in unit.
Well, grow up then.
Yeah, grow up and get a job. I mean, he's got a job.
Translate the ASL, the BSL translator.
Yeah, he signs for her, and then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But surely you'd just be in unit though, wouldn't he?
I mean, you think so, yeah.
They wouldn't just get someone in, you know, like, look, you can come down, but you're not part of unit, all right? You're not part of our group.
I think maybe he's like a union guy that they've sent in because their normal translator's out, and he's like just picturing himself in a wild career move. Like, I wish I could be a soldier in unit now.
Yeah.
There's a spooky Victorian man, Nathan. Spoopy ghosties are around.
Okay, let me just say, okay, I have no real reason to do this, okay, and I fully understand that what I'm about to say is harsh and completely hypocritical. Okay.
Oh no!
And I have no leg to stand on. Okay, and I should not be saying this, especially because I myself use terms like skeleton and robot. Okay.
Okay.
But every time you say ghosty, okay. I fucking hate it so much.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why, but it makes me want to kill you and choke you with my bare hands, okay? I don't like it, and I think you shouldn't say it.
I'm not going to stop saying it.
I know you're not, and that's absolutely
We've
right.
We've done 2 weeks of Ham Man, Nathan. I'm not going to not say ghosties.
Don't bring fucking Ham Man back here, okay? And again, I know I have no right to say that based on all the shit I say, okay? But I just don't like ghosty.
Look,
okay?
you can have a preference. I appreciate the honesty when it comes to the hypocrisy there.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, he's not a Victorian man.
He is a Victorian man. He's all gussied up in his top hat and shit.
And that's anyone in a top hat is a Victorian man.
No, but he's gussied up. He's got like his chops, isn't he? He's got like his little burns going on. There is one of the main other ghosty is a Victorian bloke. I'm sure of it.
He's I think you'll find out more next week. Really,
oh, for Christ's sake! Well, you have the context. He's dressed like a Victorian man.
He's not a Victorian man. Did you recognise him?
Was he in an epic rap battles of history?
No, I don't mean the fucking. No, I think you're thinking of Jack the Ripper from Epic Rap Battles of History.
Yeah.
No, you the species.
Oh no, I don't know who that fucking guy is.
He's the same species as David Williams in the God Complex.
Oh, he's a mousy boy.
The cowardly species who's constantly invaded. You know?
I didn't.
Which is why at one point the Doctor says he's a Tivoli. They're more likely to roll out the red carpet to invaders than to fucking. Yeah.
I see. I watched this episode twice.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I didn't connect the dots. But
that's what he is. He's an undertaker.
Okay. I see why the attire now. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a melt mouse undertaker.
Yes, he's not a Victorian man.
Okay, this makes more sense now. All right.
Yes, he's also an alien. Okay, it's like I like the idea that you saw this alien and went, yeah, he's from Victorian London. This alien.
I gotta see a picture of him now. Hang on, under the lake. What was it? I was about to type in Victorian man again.
Just ghost or whatever.
Under the lake ghost. I gotta see this guy up close. Oh, they're all coming. Okay, yeah. I'm seeing it. This is a very front-on picture.
Yeah.
I can see his nose is all kind of mousy and weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fair fucks. I'm definitely wrong. I'm very happy to be wrong. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, we knew that once. Okay.
No one was waiting for my say-so, were they?
Everyone knew that. Anyway, so what's happening? I'm so lost, man. I don't know where we are. What's going on?
So the fucking they're like, give me this torch, right? And the ghost is kind of whooshing past, right? The camera. There's a bit of fun trickery going on. And some guy's like, I've never seen tech like this on Earth. And the guy's like, don't say it. And he's like, on Earth. It's aliens, motherfucker.
That's the thing. Yeah, everyone's really fucking... oh, wait, actually, should I say this?
I don't know. Is it a spoiler for next week? You have to temper yourself.
Actually, I won't say that. I'll leave that for later.
Great input from you there. In fact, I will not make a comment.
I need to check my notes. Lawrence, it's been days. I don't know where I am.
But essentially the ship starts like exploding or taking off or something. It starts going crazy.
Yeah, it starts going crazy, maybe, because of this ship they found, maybe.
Should we just chat this one? Should we just
have a chat, guys? Let's see what
no one cares about this one too much, do they?
All right, so, yeah, the computer is like... there's a big alarm. Is there a big alarm? Yeah, there's a big alarm that goes off, and then the computer's like, fire, safety protocols have been initiated.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone get the fuck out.
Yeah.
This message brought to you by Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh shit, Amazon are saying we better go.
Yeah.
Right.
So we best listen.
So we best listen. All right.
This is strange, isn't it? A real utopian concept to assume that Amazon would care about the safety of its workers.
Yeah, just be like, fuck them, just get the news line.
Yeah. Get the reserves in.
Yeah, exactly.
The captain gets murked. He dies big time.
Yes. So basically, he gets blew up by a big engine or something, or he sacrifices himself, doesn't he, to save one of his crew? I think.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
What do you mean? You're asking me.
He does, because he pushes someone out the way.
Yeah, no, he gets everyone through the door, and the door shuts behind him or without him.
He burns up in the fire.
Yeah, he gets done in by an engine or some shit that whooshes past.
Yeah, but he doesn't get everyone through the door to thingy them.
Does he not? Oh, I thought he did.
That comes after. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Great. Great, amazing.
Well, the captain, he's back as a ghost on the other side or whatever.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. They're like, oh, he's there, but he's a ghost. Ooh. He's a ghost.
And then they wait. One of them waits for the other one to line up, and then they do their outstretched hand. Let's walk towards the camera, quite spookily.
Yeah. Good stuff. Anyway, titles. All right, so the TARDIS is... Yeah, great. So the TARDIS is landed.
Yes.
Okay. The Doctor and Clara are here, and the Doctor's having a little word with the TARDIS. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, what's wrong, baby girl? What's going on?
I like this. I like to see a moment, because 12... Does 12 often do this? Am I misremembering? I don't think 12 ever really, chats with the TARDIS like this.
You've got a weird thing about the TARDIS.
I like you because you remain insistent that the TARDIS shouldn't be referred to as a living thing.
Okay, no, I'm not saying it shouldn't be referred to as a living thing, but I'm like I feel like you personify it too much
because it has personality.
Yeah, it has some personality sometimes, all right?
And other times it's weirdly silent while the Doctor beats it up.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it is a car, all right?
I know, but it's
I know it's alive, okay? I know, and I like the relationship the Doctor has with it, but I don't think we should be drawing a face on it every 2 seconds.
Look, I totally see where you're coming from. But man, I was there in Series 6. I saw that episode.
And by your favourite writer.
No!
Yeah, you love him and everything he's ever done.
That's not true. I haven't even seen The Sandman.
Horrible look. It's... No, I do enjoy this, though. I do like the Doctor, being like, oh, what's wrong? You're not happy. And I like this shot as well. It's clearly a stitched together shot, really, of the Doctor with the outside the TARDIS and Clara in the actual set of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
And then they've stitched them together, kind of.
It's always nice when they put in a bit of extra effort to do something like this, to sell it.
Yeah. You get the real depth of the TARDIS and stuff, which always looks good. I think.
It's not just they haven't just hung a fucking sheet up with a vague print of the TARDIS console. Yeah,
and that's why again why I enjoy this actual set, because you can do stuff like this with this set. They have a doorway with like just a whole fucking green screen around it, so they can do shit like this. You know,
well, all the sets have had doorways though. It's just they never had the budget for this kind of stuff.
No, but like the set for this is like a purpose-built studio, and like with an outside of it where it's like the door of the TARDIS, but then it's got like a green screen around it.
Oh, it will have a green screen environment surrounding the door to make sure they can slice it in. Yeah,
exactly.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Whereas before it was just whatever, man. Just,
see what happens.
Just a dream, just a bit of plywood and a dream.
Sometimes the Doctor would just, in the early series, you'd always notice the Doctor would pull the TARDIS door shut whenever they're not in the TARDIS.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And sometimes you just straight up see the window in the background behind you.
So Clara wants to go back to the long neck people who are having a big New Year's Eve party.
Right. Maybe.
She's left her sunnies and her dignity there, she says.
Yeah. I left my sunglasses there and most of my dignity. Good stuff. Doctor's just still having a word with the TARDIS though. He's like, "Why have you brought us here? What's going on?" And Clara's like, "Where is here?" And he says, "Underwater. Basically a sort of base, 22nd century, maybe military, maybe scientific, maybe unit. Who fucking knows? Not me."
It's worth mentioning Clara's kind of like hankering for another adventure at this point. She's like, "This is an underwater base. There's fuck all going on." Right, like, you think there's a crew, there might be a crew, whatever, but like, let's go to an adventure. And the Doctor's like, "No, I want to see where this goes. I want to follow this through a little bit, see what happens."
Yeah. The Doctor's immediately like, "Look, something's happened here, clearly." So like, they walk into like this room and there's a knife in a wall and shit, and he's like, "Look, something's happened here. Whatever it was happened pretty recently."
Well, he sticks his finger in a coffee. And he goes, 7 to 8 hours ago. And I'm like, I fucking love it when the Doctor does shit like this. It's so stupid and alien and fun.
That's so insane, okay? That 7 to 8 hours ago, that coffee would have been room temperature for like fucking 6 hours at this point. Okay?
But I like that he can perceive the minor things that would make it specific to him. Like, we would never get it.
That's so insane. That is so insane.
So he determines that someone or something forced the crew to abandon the base, and Clara notices definitely not abandoned because the provisions are gone. So it's very likely they're holed up somewhere, which is great. I like investigative Clara. I like her learning the tricks of the TARDIS trade, if you will.
She's got a lovely little leather jacket on.
Yeah.
And the 12's back in his little space jumper. My favorite jumper of his, and a nice little hoodie ensemble as well.
Is this you've spoken that you like this jumper, you've spoken that you like this hoodie, but this is not your favorite 12 look. That was a couple of weeks back, right?
That was last week, last week and the week before. That's my favorite 12 look. But
this
is a good look though. Anytime he's got on a hoodie with his jacket and a jumper rather than a shirt, I'm having a good time here.
I like that he's done away with the kind of the pretense of the Doctor has to have an insane, wacky look. He's just like, I'm just a fucking dude. I'm just a guy and I've got my nice jumper on. That's me. I'm sorted. You don't think it's far less eccentric?
I wouldn't necessarily call it wacky. But yes, it's still a look.
It's still a definitive fit, because it's in the same way that this is an alien's imagining of what humans dress like.
The Doctor hasn't always had a wacky... I wouldn't call a pinstripe suit and a pair of Converse a wacky look.
No, but the length of the coat... I
wouldn't call a leather jacket and a little jumper a wacky look.
I don't know. I guess in the same way that they're fits, and that you wouldn't see a cunt dressed like this, but it wouldn't look horrendously out of place to see a guy like this, I guess. Like... I don't know. We might be getting sidetracked.
I don't know what point you're trying to make.
Don't worry about it. I'm no longer.
I don't
making
think you know. If I'm being honest.
So
Lawrence, maybe we should go to an ad. I say maybe because I don't know fully how long we've been going. All right, it's probably about 10 minutes before. So
fuck it.
Yeah,
let's add it up.
Let's add it up, and we'll add it up and do some maths. Here's a note. What a great ad that was. I love all those products, and I fully endorse every single one and recommend them personally.
Oh, really? Even the book that was advertised by your favourite writer that wrote that episode of Doctor Who?
I don't think they're advertising any of his books on the Acast marketplace, mate. Okay?
Well, I don't know. Imagine if they are. Imagine.
I don't think they are. All right.
So the Doctor leaves Clara hanging. All goodwill for 12 out the window. What a prick.
I don't know. I think clue what's
Mate, you tried. Clara wants a high five.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh,
Does she?
No, I do remember this. Yeah, that was quite brutal, to be honest.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that? How are you gonna do that to my girl? All right.
You're gonna do her so dirty like this.
How are you gonna do a day like that? Awful. Yeah.
So there's some crew down the end of the hallway. Look, he's in my notes always as Victorian. Right, that's just what he is. So
I guess we just have to get over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There's crew down the end of the hallway, the Victorian and Captain Ghost. I don't know his name, so he's Captain Ghost as well.
Moran.
He's Captain Ghost in my notes, so
okay, great.
Look out for that. The Doctor greets them. I love this. The first "Hello, sailors" from 12 is brilliant.
Yeah. It is very fun. Yeah.
So they walk towards the Doctor and Clara, and he's like, again, 12. He's got a fun way about him. He's kind of effortlessly funny. In the way that he's like, look at you lovely chaps, as they approach him. It's just a good time.
Are you talking about the ghosts here?
Yeah, the ghosts walk up to him. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I didn't know if you were talking about the ghosts or the crew. And I was like, if you're talking about the crew, you've massively jumped ahead.
Yeah, and also none of that happens with the crew.
I don't know what. Bro's just making this up as he goes along.
That's half of podcasting, is just say it with conviction.
Yeah, so they're like the ghosts, and they're like, oh, I don't think they're gonna hurt us, and they just come right up to them, like just right up in their fucking faces, like, hello, we're ghosts.
Yeah.
And then they seem to lead them somewhere, basically. Yeah. So they go to the main hangar, and that's when they find the spaceship. Or is it a spaceship? We don't know what it is.
It is an alien spaceship, because Clara thinks it might be a submarine, and the Doctor's like, are you blind?
It's clearly a spaceship, all right?
And they discover that we skipped over this a little bit earlier, but there's markings on the wall, and like when people look at them, you get a fun little close up of their eyes, going, "Ooh, markings on the wall."
Yes.
So now we get that shot, but for the Doctor and then Clara as well. They've both been infected by the markings on the wall or whatever.
And we all know what Lawrence is talking about.
You don't remember this?
No, I know the markings on the wall. I don't know the bit about the eye.
There's like a specific. Every time someone looks at it registers in their brain. You get like a visual cue for it.
Great, love that.
Yeah.
But what is special about these markings on the wall, or what is not special about them?
Well, exactly that. The TARDIS has not translated them, Nathan. Curious, you might say.
Reminds me of another dead language from long ago.
Sure.
Don't turn around. Remember that?
No, not really. What happened?
You don't remember that?
Well, you got to give me more than 3 words.
You don't remember "Don't Turn Around"?
Is it Blink?
No, The Impossible Planet.
What happened in The Impossible Planet again?
Toby?
Oh, yeah.
The devil
himself?
Yeah,
all the hell stuff. Yeah.
Kill.
I don't remember the titles off the top of my head. I'm not good with them, all right? So I tell you what, one thing I really, really like about this, because you're right, they lead the Doctor and Clara to this alien vessel of whatever description, right? And the Doctor because he doesn't know what they are, right? He speaks to them like they're children, and I really enjoyed it.
Don't turn around, Toby. Sorry, I just wanted to do
So how much of what I said did you hear?
He talks to them like they're children.
Yes. And he goes, hello, this is very nice. Thanks for showing us this. And it's so like entertaining a toddler voice.
That's true. Yeah, it is. And then like the ghosts, they kind of look at the Doctor and Clara, then look at each other, and then they go and just pick up like some fucking weapons, basically.
Yeah.
They then pick up like hammers and whatever, just like a fucking harpoon gun or whatever. And the Doctor's like, oh, was it something she said? Was it something Clara said? She does that. Once had an argument with Gandhi.
Oh my god, incredible line.
Which is very fun. Yeah.
I do like the way that they slowly realize they're in danger. Like the Doctor doesn't quite want to admit, and Clara's like picking up axes, and he's like, "Yep, yeah, I saw that."
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So anyway, they get chased. The ghosts are now like, "We're gonna kill you now, cunts."
Yeah.
And then so they have to run away, and that's when they run into the rest of the crew. Basically, they go down this all this corridor, Scooby-Doo style, and all that shit. And then they run into the rest of the crew. They're like, "Here, come into this fucking this room that we got. We got this room. You want to come in this room? We got a room." So they come in the room.
One secret space, kind of like special room that no one can enter or whatever.
I believe it's known as the Faraday cage.
Yeah, I've heard this. Is this a concept outside of? I know it's a concept outside of Doctor Who, but like, what is the meaning of this?
What do you mean?
What is the meaning of this? What is a Faraday cage? Because I've heard this in other aspects of stuff as well.
I've also heard it in other aspects. A Faraday cage is a Faraday shield or is an enclosure used to block some electromagnetic fields. A Faraday shield may be formed by a continuous covering of conductive material, or in this case, a mesh of such materials. So,
good stuff.
Yeah. I guess it's some sort of science thing.
That's what you come here for, isn't it? Some top-notch podcast.
And let me tell you, we know science.
So they meet all the crew. The loser's there, and the Doctor flashes the paper. The capitalist loser, the one that's like, "I love Amazon."
Oh, yes, he is a loser. Yeah.
So the Doctor flashes the paper, and he's like, "You're from UNIT?" And the Doctor's like, "Well, if that's what it says, yeah."
Yeah.
Then the girl that's a massive fan of the Doctor, she's there too.
Yes. What is it she says? She says, "Oh, are you really the Doctor? I'm a huge fan." And then she's like, tries to play it cool. Like, nice work or whatever.
Yeah, good stuff with the alien stuff.
Pretty cool. Yes, there is Cass, who appears to be deaf or mute, and then they have some other cunt who signs for her.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think interpreter's the right word, but
no, he just signs for her.
Yeah. But maybe he's not needed because the Doctor claims he can speak ASL.
Yeah. He's immediately like, right, I don't need you. I'm the fucking best at sign language. And then she starts to sign, and then the Doctor's like, oh shit, no, actually. I deleted it, maybe.
Instantly, by the way. He's like, as soon as she starts saying something, he's like, oh, fuck. What do you say you traded it out for semaphore, which is a flag language or something?
Yeah, and then he's like, someone get me some flags.
Yes.
Good for him.
So this is when the Doctor says the ghosts are too cowardly. They wouldn't say boo to a goose, more likely to give the goose their car keys and bank details.
That's the thing about the Tivoli.
Yeah, but
cowards, that's what I'm saying.
I'd long forgotten about David Williams and his mouse makeup at this point, mate.
It upsets me, all right?
I'm out of that era. I'm in my Capaldi era now.
It's the same era, all right?
No, different Doctor, different era.
No, dude, same showrunner. It's the same era.
Well, it's not my fault that Stephen Moffat ran the show for 1,000 years.
We're in his 4th year?
Yeah, but he's got a few more after this, hasn't he? How many did he do?
No, he's only got one more after this.
Oh, yeah, he's out in season 10, isn't he? Oh, my God.
Season 10 is his last season. He's not out in season 10.
Oh, yeah. All right, he's out in season 11. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Right, what's going on?
I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know anything.
So the Doctor asks who's in charge. He needs to know who to ignore. And I kind of like this. At the front, it's very 12. It's a group of fucking guys. There's always a fucking group I've got to like manage and deal with, which is quite fun.
Yeah.
Great. You've seen this more than like twice, I would imagine.
Not recently.
Does the very nature of like how much you've forgotten speak to how forgettable this?
I'm finding it, okay? No, yes, you're right. He's like, I need to know who to ignore. And then that weird cunt's like, that would be me, actually.
Yeah.
I represent Amazon Industries, Victor Petroleum, and we have the rights to this mining vessel, I think you'll find.
Mate, my notes read, he's so buzzing to be a prick. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, let me give you my business card. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Like he hands him the card, and the doctor just immediately throws it away. He just immediately throws it, and then he like picks it up again, and is like, this used to be a military training center. Maybe that's someone else, and I'm just doing the same voice. But whatever.
Yeah, we may as well. They all sound like nerds.
They're all sound like nerds. Anyway, then like the computer's like. Anyway, it's safe now. It's day mode time.
Yeah.
Like, you've been in there 5 minutes, but all right. Literally.
Well, they might have landed in the middle of the night. We don't know.
I mean, maybe. We don't know how long it's been. But, like, all right. Sure. Anyway, yeah. They're like, yeah, it's morning now. Because we're underwater or whatever, we have artificial days and nights. And the ghosts don't come out at night or whatever because they're ghosts. And Clara's like, well, that's comforting.
It's very worth mentioning the Doctor keeps ensuring they are not ghosts. They are not ghosts. Right.
Yeah,
this is a running theme with 12. Is like anything out of the ordinary. No, it's not it. Yeah.
They're not ghosts, yeah. He's very quick to dismiss that as a theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, this snide cunt is tripping over himself to prove he's the biggest. He's the undisputed cunt of the episode. Right?
Oh, he's such a cunt. He's like, we have $1 trillion worth of mining equipment here.
Oh, I'm not going to lose all my business.
Yes, we're not just going to abandon it. Look, it's not them that lose a bonus.
Oh
actually.
My god!
Fuck! I cannot. I can't get started on this shit, man. Because I'll just go for ages. But...
Absolutely fucking exhausting individual. Like he's just kind of. I've put down that he keeps kind of scoring own goals in the sense that like he just keeps pointing out why he's a prick to people.
Yeah,
and like
100%.
people, and then he's shocked when people are like, "Yeah, you suck. You're a fucking terrible."
They should have shot him in the face. Yes. Right then and there.
Never mind the fact they're underwater and that would probably fuck up the pressure or something.
Yeah, no. The doctor should have pulled out a gun and just shot him in the face. Okay. But to be fair, he's saying all that. He's like, oh, it's not them will lose a bonus or whatever. And the doctor just says, it's okay, I understand. You're an idiot.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Yeah.
And then just walks off.
And he continues to prove he's an idiot later on in the episode. Oh my god, this guy.
He is an idiot.
Look,
Anyway,
the doctor breaks it down, all right?
Yes.
He's like, look, you're fighting ghosts underwater in a mining facility that's basically a nuclear reactor. And he's like, he goes, anything else I should know? Anyone got a peanut allergy or anything? And it's just the way he like, I don't know, it's the Capaldi delivery, the way he kind of like laughs at it. Like, oh god, I'm really up shit's creek here. No one has a fucking clue what's going on, and me included. Yeah, it's good stuff from him. He's a very endearing watch as the Doctor, even in an episode like this that is a little meandering in places, I think.
He's so endearing to watch. I really love this moment where he's putting it all together. He kind of surmises the whole thing. He's like, right, so what have we got? Moran dies, those things appear, they can walk through walls. Oh, and by the way, yes, as we've said, this whole time he's been immediately dismissing the ghost theory.
Yeah.
Like, they're not ghosts. They're not ghosts. They can't be ghosts. They're not ghosts, okay? And he's like, those things appear, they can walk through walls, they only come at night, and they're sort of see-through. I think Clara's like, Doctor, you're not saying. And then he just like very excitedly goes, they're ghosts.
They're ghosts!
Very fun. It's such a fun moment. Yeah.
So good. He's got charisma in buckets. Also, again, the snide cunt scoring more own goals. Like someone's taken a power converter or something. Oh, I'm going to go and find it. It must be valuable. Mate, die. Just fall out of the fucking, fall out of the facility and die, please.
He will soon enough.
Yeah. I was cheering.
I was also cheering. Yeah.
But Clara's like, why is this man still talking to me?
Yeah, it's true. Clara's like, you just said there's no such thing as ghosts. And he's like, yeah, well, there was also no such thing as smartphones until there were.
Yeah.
So ghosts can exist.
Sure. There's been dead cunts forever, but sure.
We do get a cum mention. We do get a cum people mention. He says they're not flesh avatars. Yeah. So shout out to cum. They're not autons. They're not digital copies bouncing around the Neversphere. No, these people are actually literally dead. So that's fun.
Yeah.
And he's excited because he's never met a proper ghost. So
yeah.
there we go.
And he's very like the way he's kind of just these people are dead. This is amazing. I love this. This is so interesting. And like just turns around the room, scans around everyone's faces, and they're all just horrified by him.
Yeah. The cast signs, Moran was our friend. And then Clara's like, Doctor, the cards.
I wrote down what these cards said, right?
Okay.
And I'd love to read them to you.
I mean, I already have them, but sure.
Oh, no, but you didn't write them, though. I put in the extra effort, so I should get to read them out, I think.
Okay, sure.
I completely understand why it was so difficult to not get captured, is the first one.
Very good.
I'm sorry, I should have known you didn't live in Aberdeen, which is also very fun.
I think you'll find it was my fault. I should have known you didn't live in Aberdeen.
Oh, God, but I thought I wrote these down verbatim. Now I'm
Well,
embarrassed.
you didn't. Okay.
But maybe your racist scriptwriter did. We don't know.
Oh, no. These are...
I didn't mean to imply that I don't care.
Yeah.
No one is going to get eaten / vaporized / exterminated / upgraded / possessed / mortally wounded / turned to jelly. We'll all get out of this unharmed.
Yeah, very good.
Some absolutely phenomenal fucking reminders.
And then he finds the right card and he says, I'm very sorry for your loss. I'll do all that I can to solve the death of your friend / family member / pet. He doesn't even bother to edit.
Yeah.
He just reads it out verbatim. I love this. This is so cute. I love that Clara's like sat down with him and gone, right, we need to do something about your whole vibe.
Yeah,
okay?
Your bedside manner is horrendous.
Yes,
yeah.
Your bedside manner leaves a little something to be desired. Okay, and so she's sat down with him and they've made some little cards together. That's very cute. I like that.
I like to think that she's asked him for weeks if she could make the cards, and he said no, repeatedly. And so she's gone to her little desk under the console, finally gone, right, there's the cards. You're fucking using them.
I like it, and I like that he's using them. I like that he's making an effort as well.
Yeah.
He is. He can fail to be, he
lacks some tact, doesn't he?
He does lack some tact. He's not always the kindest, person around, but he's making an effort. He's trying to be.
Yes,
and that's what counts.
Yes. But his effort is somewhat in vain because he immediately switches it back on again. Like he starts talking about the dead people again, and again he's straight away like, death is amazing. Death is the one thing that every species, every race, every planet, every people have in common. And I'm like, that's another one of them thoughts that would cross a writer's head that I've just like, I could have done without thinking about that. The one thing that the entire universe shares with each other is that we all die at some point.
I mean, it's an interesting thought, though.
It is, yeah,
and it's right, and I like that the Doctor. You can see his excitement and his wonder about it, and he's like, he's looking at everyone like, how can you just sit there? Don't you want to go out there and just wrestle them to the ground and ask them questions until your throat falls out? Like, does it hurt? Do you get hungry? Do you miss being alive? Why can only you handle metal objects? All that sort of stuff.
The metal objects is brilliant because he's like, why can they only handle metal objects? Oh, I didn't realize I'd noticed that. Oh, okay. Like his brain has caught up with his voice. Like, I love it in these instances where the Doctor is rambling and then it's like, holy fuck, I'm really smart. Anyway.
Yeah.
He says he needs to calm himself down because he's getting excited like when he met Shirley Bassey.
What do you know about Shirley Bassey?
I've heard the name and I looked her up to get some clarification. She's a Welsh singer.
Diamonds are forever.
It's the Goldfinger song. Yeah.
It's the no.
She does the Goldfinger song. Yeah,
but that's very clearly the Diamonds Are Forever song. Okay, but can you see what happened there? I sang Diamonds Are Forever, and you said it's the Goldfinger song. Okay, can you see?
I can see what happened there, but you're failing to realise that I had a pre-programmed thought that needed to come out.
All right.
She's also the Hey Big Spender lady.
Hey Big Spender.
Hey Big Spender.
Yeah, I'm aware of it, Lawrence.
Well, that was a quizzical connotation on your voice there.
No.
No? Oh, we won't be long for bed,
Hey
Nathan.
Big Spender.
Dun, 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 dun.
Taste this blender.
Yep, that's what it is.
Spend
a little time on
a little time with me. What else does she do?
Don't know, Welsh.
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
She's got a big gold finger. He's gonna give you a
No. Right. Anyway, what?
Cheeky Goldfinger.
What a cheeky Goldfinger.
We've all had cheeky Goldfinger in the back of the cinema.
On the love. You're worse when you're tired. You're so much worse when you're tired.
I shouldn't be allowed to podcast sometimes. I deeply apologise, everyone.
That's all right. I'm sure everyone knows you by now, and me. They know that we shouldn't record so many episodes in succession.
Yeah, everyone's podcast is someone's first podcast, right? This could
that's
be
true. Yeah.
Someone's first introduction, and
good luck.
Yeah, this is you. You're not coming back if this is your first
I can't stress enough, it's not always this.
Yeah, they're usually better than this, alright? We usually know what we're talking about.
Go and listen to like the last 2 weeks. We were bouncing off the walls. We loved it.
Yeah. I only kind of sort of know what's happening at this point. Anyway, here's the cloister bell. The TARDIS is popping off. The TARDIS cloister bell rings, and the Doctor gives Clara a look, and he's like, that's not good.
Yeah.
So they run back to the TARDIS.
The Doctor thinks the TARDIS is upset because of all the ghosts being there. And it kind of is. Yeah, the TARDIS is very much pissed off about it. I love this concept because the TARDIS has essentially landed, assessed that there's ghosts there, and gone. But like the Doctor has just said everything dies, and ghosts not being dead defies time and is a fact that is wrong. And the TARDIS is like, I fucking hate this. Let's bounce. Let's fuck this off.
He says, like, ghosts, aberrations, a splinter of time in the skin. They're unnatural, and she wants to get away from them. The TARDIS is trying to Professor X herself, okay? Yes. She's like, I gotta get out of here. I don't want anything to do with this,
Maybe this is always what happens. Maybe the TARDIS just concocts these scenarios to just bounce out of the episode.
Maybe. Good stuff.
Is this when the Doctor, like, anticlimactically just puts the handbrake on or something?
Yeah, Clara's like, what do we do? And he just pulls a lever and is like, just put the handbrake on.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. I'm the driver of this vehicle.
Sorted. There we go.
This is a really interesting scene. So many interesting scenes with Capaldi and Coleman happen, like, when they're kind of, like, just in the TARDIS. A random side bit in the TARDIS away from the main adventure. Yeah. But yeah, Clara goes to leave to kind of get a taste of the real action outside where it's all kicking off. And the Doctor stops her and he's like, look, fucking, I like adventures as much as the next man. If the next man likes adventures, which is, again, great line. Just good lines in Doctor Who.
Great meta line as well. Yeah. In terms of the Doctor and the next man and and all that kind of stuff as well. Very, very interesting. Very good stuff.
Absolutely. And just like... I wonder if I don't know. I wrote down. I wonder if we're ever going to get a Doctor that just kind of wants to chill at home. Do you reckon with this new run of regenerations the Doctor's been given, do you reckon there'll ever be one that is just like chill vibes? I think.
Well, that would be me if I was ever the Doctor. but that's why I'd never be the Doctor.
The universe would be crying out for help, and I'd be like, you'll have to wait till I kick it of old age, mate.
I'm chilling, man. I'm busy.
Oh my lord. So yeah, this is a really good scene. The Doctor is noticing Clara's becoming a little too spurred on by helping people, and that kind of adrenaline rush that you get from being in the action of it all.
I like this scene a lot. Yeah. He says to her, "Don't go native," basically.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, fucking hell, you can talk. You've just been raving about ghosts and death and everything else like a kid who's had too much sherbet, basically."
Yeah.
And he's basically saying to her, just calm down a little bit. You know, you don't need to be me, okay? You're fine just being you, basically. And he's like, I like the moment where he's like, I just worry sometimes because I have a duty of care. And you can see that Clara's like a little bit uncomfortable with it. Like she kind of just doesn't want to address this and just wants to move on from it. Like even the way she says like, when he says, I have a duty of care, and she's like, I know, yes, which you take very seriously. Yes,
yeah, it's like, brush that away. Yeah.
Yeah, brush it away. Yeah. I like the Doctor that is also clearly uncomfortable and is like, so can I stop now? I've said what I need to. Can I stop?
Clara's like,
okay?
please do. Yeah. I think it's a fascinating performance from Jenna Coleman because it has to deal with quite a lot of stuff. She's got to show quite a lot of emotion on her face here because, yes, she's uncomfortable. Yes, they're coming dangerously close to acknowledging an uncomfortable truth that both of them shouldn't talk about.
Yes.
But the other thing also is that she's like, she can't help but kind of be enamored and pleased that the Doctor wants to touch base with her and check in. Like, this is an uncomfortable conversation, and she's kind of chuffed that the Doctor would want to have it with her. If that makes sense. So it's a great performance from Jenna. I mean, it always is, but it's
always is.
Good.
She always fucking kills it. Always puts in her whole. No.
Yep.
She always does a good job.
What was it gonna be?
It was not, it's exactly what you were thinking. It was, some variation of that. Okay.
Clarusy or something.
Yeah. It wasn't going to be good. And now I haven't said any of that, but you have.
All right.
Okay?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So there we go. Anyway, so they step out of the TARDIS, and then the computer's like, night mode, maybe.
Yeah.
Does that happen? I don't know,
man.
I don't know.
My next note reads that Posho cunt is arguing that everything non-indigenous is an asset to his little stupid fucking company that he loves so much.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
yeah. So he's off. Yeah. He's in his underwater suit. He's like, oh, where's the power cell? I'm gonna give it to Jeff Bezos and get my money or whatever.
And then the ghosts kill him. So good stuff. Good for them.
Good stuff. Just floods him as well. Like a horrible death for a horrible man.
Drown him, which is great, to be honest.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Kill him. Good stuff. They did.
Yeah.
Well done to those ghosts.
Yeah. But now he's back as a ghost because he's in a room. He's in the corner of a room.
Yeah, he's just like stood in the room, and one of them's like, hey, what are you fucking doing over there, cunt? We got work to do. Clara's like, hey, where you been? Everyone's looking for you. What's with the wetsuit, you stupid fucking cunt? And then someone's like, oh, wait, there's fucking someone outside. Is that all right? Man overboard. We get a rescue team out there.
But he's there, and
wait, but if he's there and he's here, then that must mean it's a ghost.
So he picks up his little chair and he starts heading towards the crew. He's like, I've got a weapon. Have you ever fucking hurled a chair, by the way?
Yeah, I've hurled one at you.
No, you... Oh, yeah, you kind of have, actually.
Have I?
In a little warm-up game for drama, yeah. Oh, no, I kicked the chair in your general direction. I got it wrong. It was me attacking you in the real story.
Okay. See what I mean about you always playing the victim?
Yeah, it's true. So, yeah, the Doctor... the guy picks up a chair. Dead cunt picks up a chair and starts heading forward to them. And just as he approaches them, the Doctor... he turns the light on or something. Oh, no, the person that likes the Doctor turns the lights on. And the ghost is like, well, that's me. I'm going to evaporate.
All right.
Just try a bit harder.
I'm trying.
Oh, it's good. This isn't the Patreon one. People don't pay for this.
Yeah, that's
something.
That makes it okay. Sure. Right. So wait. So they turn on a light and he just disappears.
Yeah, you're questioning it like it's an opinion of mine, but no, this happens.
All right. Great.
They go to day mode and the cunt evaporates because he's like, I can't be in day mode. As we know.
Weren't they already in day mode?
Oh, mate, who cares?
Oh,
who knows?
I can't keep up.
I don't know what mode they're in. I just know that a light gets turned on and they go peace or whatever and leave.
All right, great. So they're in day mode maybe, or maybe they always was. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, all right, great. What happens next?
So the Doctor is watching back Posho death, the Posho cunt's death on a little monitor. He's got the security footage of it. Right.
Yeah.
And he's figuring out, he says that the ghosts are figuring out how to use the base against us. They're learning the airlocks. This is why we all keep fucking dying, because they're playing the game and we're not, essentially.
And now there's three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass says the Doctor can stay if he wants, but she wants her and her crew to escape. And basically some Marines are going to come down and just, I guess, shoot guns at the ghosts or something.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll do it, I reckon. They said they're going to get the Ghostbusters in or whatever they want, kind of like figured out, I guess. I don't know, it's a dumb plan from dumb people, to be honest.
Good stuff. Yeah.
So they call They call the support people, but it turns out that the ghosts have already put a little secret call in.
Which is maybe unit?
Yeah, the unit are the people on the other end of the phone, I think.
Yeah. And they're like, hey, help us out. And they're like, yeah, no worries, mate. We already sent a ship down there like 20 minutes ago. It's on its way now. It should be with you soon. And they're like, what'd you say, cunt?
Look, you sent us that Morse code. We didn't ask for any verbal confirmation whatsoever, and that was a normal thing.
Yeah. You know that mysterious Morse code message you sent us?
For no reason, given we've been in constant communication verbally.
Yeah. We thought it was pretty weird, but we just went with it anyway.
Just fucking why not, yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, sick. That was Ghosts, by the way.
Yeah.
But, all right, cool. Cancel that. Anyway, cancel that.
The doctor grabs the phone, and I really like this, right? Because we even had it a couple of... Well, last week when Kate was like, the doctor does not know his unit channel exists, right? He's like, doesn't care. He doesn't even know he's on the payroll. He's not collecting a salary. But like, I do quite appreciate that the doctor's like, this is the quickest way for me to succeed in this position. He grabs the phone. And he's like, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That's my unit fucking passcode. I'm the doctor. Fuck you. And the guy's like, oh shit, the doctor's here. All right, fine, fuck it. We'll do whatever you want.
And you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, exactly. That's the president of Earth, Nathan.
That is the president of Earth. Yeah.
Although no, because he's out of the plane. He can only be the president of Earth in the plane or something, right?
No. He can only be the president of Earth during like time of absolute fucking crisis, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the ghosts they sent a message or something, right? They want the crew.
But I will say this: when you are the president, you never stop being the president, though. Like even once your term has expired.
Oh yeah.
Once you're 8 years or however the fucking long Trump stays in office for. But once your time is done, you're still referred to as president, whatever.
Yeah, you're not an acting president, but you
not
hold the
president,
title. Yeah.
But you are that becomes your title for life now.
And you can't drive or some shit.
You can't drive. No, you gotta. I think the Secret Service still have to like fucking follow you around and shit.
Yeah, you have to have a detail on you by law or some shit.
And you can't drive anymore and dead, man.
Yeah, be honest, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And you're doing that job when you're like 80 most of the time. Great.
Yeah, the Queen even drives.
Yeah,
well, not anymore,
the Queen's got. Yeah. No.
But she did.
Prior to that death, she was in her Range Rover cutting about all over the gap.
She was in her Range Rover. She'd be like, my husband and I, Doctor Who, we love to drive over the hills of Scotland.
Do you remember when she veered into Diana and killed her?
Yeah. She was just driving around France and then was like, I'm going to kill
Skirt.
Diana. Skirt.
She said skirt. She threw
my
a banana.
Husband and I, Doctor Who, we are very grateful for the people of France for killing Diana.
Do you know what I've been up to lately? I've been walking around doing a really bad Stephen Graham impression. I finished Adolescence, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've been walking around just going, all right, lads, Stephen Graham here. How's it going? You right?
That is so when you say a bad Stephen Graham impression, what you mean is just a bad Scouse accent, basically.
Me kid's been on Instagram. Are you serious?
It's like when I was on Instagram the other week and I saw that bloke talking about, masculinity and all that,
Andrew fucking Tate. What's all this shite?
Stephen Graham is so good, man. Stephen Graham is that fucking good. He made me feel sorry for a Nazi, okay? That's how fucking good he is. That's how fucking good of an actor he is, man. He's so good.
Even though he fucking smashed that cunt's head on a curb or whatever.
What curb?
The American History X. I presume that's the Nazi you're referring to.
No, I'm talking about This Is England.
Oh, was he a Nazi in that? Maybe he was just a Nazi in that. Maybe yeah, no, he was in American History X as well, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't seen American History X.
With Ed Norton.
Yep.
Still not seen it?
No, still haven't seen it.
Oh, man, let's talk about Adolescence instead of Doctor Who. What do you reckon?
Let's do that. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, man, I loved it, man. That 4th episode, just fucking gut me.
Yeah.
Like a
great
fish,
episode.
man. All right, that's it for Adolescence talk. We're back to do Doctor Who, unfortunately. we got to muddle our way through the rest of this episode.
It's true. We do.
Yeah, so the Doctor's like, right, fucking, we don't know what they want. That's what's getting us killed, right? Fucking, we don't know what's going on. What's different at night? And everyone's throwing out their theories. And the doctor says he can smell the answer. It's right there. It's in front of him, but he can't fucking work out what it is.
And then the doors close and it's a Cyberman's eye.
No, Nathan. It's the wrong episode.
Oh, sorry.
Good job, though.
Thank you.
Well recalled.
Yeah, you're welcome. Right, what's happening?
You keep asking me this. I'll tell you what, Nathan, what's happening?
It's because I don't know, Lawrence. That's why I keep asking.
So the doctor says he's going to do the impossible and capture a ghost. And my note says Tensor did this already and already called himself a Ghostbuster. He put out those pine cones or whatever and trapped a fucking...
Yeah, all right, but that was like over fucking 2,000 years ago, maybe, from the doctor's perspective.
Oh, you're saying he forgot?
Yeah. Let a man forget something, right?
I won't. I never do.
Well, you should. Lawrence, you forget everything, all right?
So they come up with a sort of plan, which is essentially just everyone in a certain order leads a ghost towards a room, right? And essentially just they all have to run their 100-meter sprint away from the ghost, and then some other cunt goes, "Oi, ghosts!" and the ghosts then switch and turn tail. With the aim of getting them into that Faraday cage, basically.
Yeah, and Clara's got an iPhone, so they're going to use the iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they use the iPhone in this episode, or is that the next episode?
I don't know. I just said yeah.
Okay, great.
I tell you what, though, something I do really want to talk about. This is all underscored by a bit of drum and bass music out of nowhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was it David Guetta?
Yeah.
Who ended racism?
Stop doing this. You're alluding to other things.
Oh, yeah, that's not another thing we recorded. Which, by this point, would have come out like 3 weeks
ago? A long time ago, yeah.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Long enough in that we would have probably put out about 6 hours of other nonsense before then.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, no, mate, it's got, there's all kind of this underscore of a bit of drum and bass. It might not be, look, I'm not an up-to-date man in the music scene, right? But
I am, I know everything.
Well, in that case, what's this music?
I don't know.
It's not your usual Murray Gold standard fare stuff. It's a bit more beaty and a bit more actiony, and it's I tell you what, it adds some flavour into this episode, which I'll be honest, at this point I was starting to feel the runtime of.
Yeah.
So that's good on him. Good on Murray Gold.
much like you listening might be starting to feel the runtime of this podcast. You might be like, these two don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about, and you know what? You're right.
The irony is we're hurtling towards the end of this episode, and it's and fucking fine.
Are we at the end?
No, not even close. But like we're getting through it quickly.
Let's just get there.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking get there.
We always get people right in and say we don't like it when you rush the end of the episode. You do the podcast.
We're not rushing shit, man. We just don't know what happens. Right?
Which, yes, is our fault. But like again, I don't know. You do it.
It's fine. All right, so what happens?
So yeah, the ghost. The ghost saw this. Clara gets into a safe compartment and hides or something. Right.
This might be the worst episode we've ever done.
And the other bloke is still running, and the other doors are shutting around. And the ghost saw this guy.
I just want to apologize to everyone.
Yeah,
okay, just so everyone knows. Okay, there's been so much shit going on. Okay, Lawrence is deep in the middle of like, I can have a kid at literally any fucking second.
Yes,
okay?
I'll be honest. This middling episode of Doctor Who has been far from my priority.
Yeah, so we are just all over the place trying to get ahead and trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. And Lawrence obviously has a whole other lot of shit. Yeah. So
I have a very pregnant wife that can barely walk up a stair.
Yeah.
So just forgive me, please.
And he also has me to deal with as well.
No, I love dealing with Nathan, but this week Nathan's very much been like, so when are we going to record then? So when can we record now?
Yeah.
And fair on him.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's not our best, but you can all appreciate the good vibes.
I apologize that this isn't up to the usual high standard of Stillgotleg.
We'll at least remember a plot.
Sure. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, a ghost saw this guy run into to one of the rooms and starts giving him a big sniff. Right, he walks up to the door. The ghost starts giving it a big sniff. And upstairs in the office, they're like, we don't have a camera in that room, but we can...
Wait, one of the ghosts is smelling someone?
Yeah, he goes up to the door and gives it a big old huff. He's like, big time.
Which ghost?
Mate, I just said a ghost. Don't ask me to tell you what ghost.
For fuck's sake, man.
I said a ghost in my notes.
All right.
Probably the Victorian mouse.
He's not a Victorian mouse.
But the ghost leaves this guy alone. They go. The ghost just fucking abandons him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So there's one guy left. There's one guy that needs to get the ghosts into the Faraday cage, into the secure space. Right?
Yes.
And he leads them down there. And I quite like this. They get bamboozled by a Clara hologram.
Yeah. Which maybe they recorded on their iPhone or something.
Who knows?
Something to do with an iPhone. I don't know if it's next week or from.
I cannot recall a single iPhone instance in this.
The iPhone thing might be next week. Okay. There's definitely something to do with an iPhone.
Okay,
right?
Sure.
Anyway,
the Doctor uses Sonic for this. He's Sonic's Clara there or something.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
But like, all right, so the plan went wrong because the ghost didn't follow the plan that they set up for them. But stop laughing. All right, I'm just trying to make sense of this. All right, so the plan went wrong, but then it went right because they still managed to trap the ghosts in the little Faraday cage. Okay.
Yeah.
So everything's good. Everything's safe.
Yes.
Okay. And then what happens after that? How does everything go wrong after that?
So the Doctor is projecting his Sonic glasses POV to the computer. He's like, watch this. And they're like, mate, the vision's fucked. We can't see shit. So the Doctor goes, open the door, right? And everyone's a bit hesitant too, but I do like this, that Clara nods in approval.
Yes.
Clara's like,
yes.
Yeah, no, he's got it. He's locked it down. He's fine. He's absolutely fine.
We're locked in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he says, they can't hurt me. There's no weapons here. The worst they can do is walk through me, I guess. And that's just a bit gross.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
And they do.
So,
Military man sticks his whole fucking arm in the Doctor.
That's gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd hate to have just a ghost walk through me. It seems like very unsettling. You know, you see it in movies and shit when like a ghost just like walks through someone.
And everyone always kind of like goes, and like, it's all, Maybe it'd be chill. Maybe it'd be actually a really nice feeling.
Maybe it'd come.
That's what they're all doing. That's why they're all going,
Yeah, maybe. That's why they're all doing that.
So the Doctor, they stick his arm inside the Doctor, right? Which is just a fun. Nina, don't. Nina, don't. They stick his arm inside the Doctor, and the Doctor's like, and then just goes like, nah, I'm only joking, you twat. It's fine. Doesn't hurt at all, actually. And then he's like, you're not so fucking scared without all your weapons and stuff. And then, anyway, the crew realise that the words they're saying, all this time they've been whispering a little bit, right?
Well, Cass can lip read.
Yeah, well, that's probably how it is.
Yeah. Cass does some lip reading because they've been mouthing shit this whole time.
Yeah.
So she's like saying, the dark,
the
sword, the Forsaken, and the Temple.
Yeah.
Just that over and over again.
Yeah.
Basically,
And the Doctor's like, what?
The sword, the Forsaken, the Temple.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck does that mean, big man? What is that? What's that? What are you doing?
Chief, what?
Chief, what is going on? So they start looking at a whole bunch of maps and shit.
Yeah.
And basically the Doctor figures out that, like, it's like the village where they are. Or the village that was there, which is now outside flooded with water. That's what they're talking about.
Yes.
Maybe.
Something like that, yeah. I'll be honest,
Oh, wait, no. So he's talking about Orion's sword, which is a constellation system.
Yeah.
Orion's sword, the 3 stars, but one of the stars is Earth or something. Mm-hmm. The Forsaken is the abandoned or empty town, which is like where they are, the town that the mining base is in, which has been flooded by the water. And then 2 other things, maybe.
See if you can make sense of my note here, right?
Okay.
Maybe this will shed some light on it. My note verbatim reads, some shit about perspective and swords and all this business. Every time they kill one of the humans, it strengthens their signal? ? I don't know what the fuck's going on here, can't lie. Might be a distress signal, might be a feasting call. Who knows?
So the thing about the perspective and the sword is the Orion sword, because the Doctor's like, when you get the perspective, when you look at it, the Earth becomes the 4th bit of the sword. So
right,
it's narrowed down to a planet, that planet being Earth. Okay. The Forsaken is the abandoned, empty town where they're in, where the mining location is in. And the temple, I believe, is the church of that town. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the Doctor says that signal... Or, wait... something in that town, something in the temple has strengthened the signal, which he believes could be possibly another ghost or another transmitter. And basically what they need to do is go there and find out.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Luckily, the Doctor has a big blue fucking time machine on the base.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So that's pretty handy.
It certainly will come in use and has done many times before.
Yes.
So yeah, the fucking... there is something where the Doctor says someone is manufacturing this, right? And I wrote down, and I now know that this is a wildly stupid guess. Or maybe I'm a genius and I don't know it yet, right?
Yeah.
Someone is manufacturing this. Orient Express man, maybe? Question mark, question mark? You know that guy that's on the phone?
Yeah, you are just in the
Yeah, I figured as much, but
yeah,
I gotta be honest here. I'm feeling through this in real time.
Yeah, they're like, look, it could be a trap, it could be manufactured, and they're just like, or it could be a warning, a call to arms, could be, come here, they're vulnerable, help yourself, or whatever, it could be anything like this, but they still have to find out, they'll never know otherwise, really.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, there's a fun bit where the Doctor's like, do you not just get smarter from being around me via osmosis?
Yeah, that was very fun. Yeah.
That's a great line. Good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, the Doctor, he's like, we need to go check out what happened in this town like 1,000 years ago, or whatever it was when it flooded. It probably wasn't 1,000 years ago, but it was sometime. And then I think they get chased by ghosts, and then the parties get split up, don't they?
Yeah. You've got like I'm on my last page of notes, and you're like, skip three.
By all means, please.
Well, to be fair, my notes aren't too helpful. One of them says, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Yeah, so look, the Doctor's like fucking... there's two questions. I didn't write down what the first one was. The other one was figuring out all the fourth part of the directions, the town square church or something. Something's going on.
Yeah.
And the Doctor says this is something we can actually talk about. The Doctor says no one needs to stay. In fact, I'd prefer it if you didn't, if we're real. Yes. But I do like this because he wants them to go, but he knows and he appeals to their human side. It's like, could you fucking live with yourself if you didn't see this through? Like, this is an amazing opportunity to be a part of this.
100%.
Yeah, and I just like that. I wrote down, I like it when 12 can retain his grumpiness whilst also inspiring people to be like brave and have courage. That's just a nice Doctor trait, and it stays true to Capaldi without making him an overly grumpy individual for the sake of it.
Yeah, it's what he does well. He's very good at that kind of stuff. I think he's just very good at the whole part in general, really.
Yeah.
He also, I think there's something about the fucking, he clocks that it probably has something to do with the words as well.
Yes.
And there's like the words that they can't translate probably has some shit to do with that. So we need to go back and see like who put those words there or some shit. Maybe. I know.
So the thing is, right, there's stuff that you've missed and there's stuff that I've missed, and every now and again you'll come out with something like that and you go like naturally in podcasting you pass it off to the other co-host, you leave a little air room for them to say their piece. But my next piece, if I were to follow on from what you just said, would be, bro's got his VR headset on and he's having a look about underwater.
Great.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, because they go to the church, don't they? They go to the temple, the church.
Yes. Okay.
And they try to have a look. Yes. And I can't remember what they see.
The Doc says he's looking for something with the power to raise the dead. He'll know it when he sees it.
Oh, yes. And they see a thing, don't they? Mm-hmm. Anyway.
They certainly do, Nathan. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
If you would.
Yeah.
No, it's a suspended animation chamber from a spaceship.
That's 100%. Yeah, it's that coffin thing. Yeah. They grab that coffin and then they have it in the ship.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're getting there. We're getting there, everyone. And then they're like, look, here's this coffin. We got it here now. It's all wet because it was out in the sea, probably.
Yeah. No, well, the Clara reckons the pilot might be in it, and it's deadlock sealed. Yes. And the Doctor has a great line, again, speaking to his just fucking loving adventure shit, right? Like, the Doctor's like, every single fucking answer provides more questions. And I love it, and I need to go back to the start. There's only one way to get to the bottom of all this, Right.
There we go. So that's how they need to go in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
So what is in the coffin? Who knows? So off they go. They're like, hey, we need to get out of here. I've been saying the same note for the past.
I know you have. That's why we finally filled in my 3 that you were skipping.
Okay, great. So they get in the TARDIS, but then they get separated, don't they?
Yes.
They get separated by water or ghosts and water.
I think they can't like run across because there's some ghosts around, and then by the time that like one half of the group get across, the door shuts or some shit.
The door shuts and then water's flooded in between them
Yes.
as well. So they're trapped basically. So Clara and 2 other people who I can't remember who, but they have to stay behind. I think it's Clara, Cass, and someone else, probably the guy who translates for Cass, have to stay behind, whilst the Doctor and the other 2, who are kind of just interchangeable, have to just go with him to figure it out. And there's a nice moment between the Doctor and Clara at that point, where the Doctor's like, sorry, gotta go. Clara's like, you can't just leave us. And he's like, you trust me, don't you? I'll figure this out. She's like, all right, yeah, sick. I trust you. Yeah.
It's a nice kind of inverse on the 42 moment from way back when. It's 2 people looking through a window at each other, and the Doctor just basically being like, "You have to trust me." And and what I love about it is Clara resigns herself to the fact that like, yeah, I do trust you implicitly. Like, there's no part of me that believes you wouldn't be coming back.
100%.
And what a long way we've come from remember in Deep Breath when the Doctor had to just fucking abandon Clara and she was gobsmacked by this. How far we've come since then.
Very far indeed. So he's like, I'm going back in time to when the spaceship landed. If I can understand why this is happening, I can stop them killing anyone else. I can save you. You trust me, don't you, Clara? And she's like, yeah, sick cunt.
Yeah, sick cunt. I always like to write down lines that I really, really love, just lines that make me fucking like have a little chortle in my seat. Some guy goes, how do you go back in time? And the Doctor goes, extremely well.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, man, sure. That's great.
Very cool stuff.
So
so they go off in the TARDIS.
Yeah, they fly off in the TARDIS.
And then back on the base, they're like, oh shit, what's that in the distance? That's a ghost. There's a ghost coming. Like, which one is it? Is it the captain, the Amazon cunt, or the other one? The Tivoli. And they're like, oh, it's a new ghost. What does that mean? And then Clara's like, oh, it means that something must have happened in the past. It means that someone must have... Wait a second. It's a ghost. The Doctor's a ghost.
The Doctor's a ghost, man. He looks all hollowed out and gross and shit.
Yeah. It's a good ending, I think. A good little cliffhanger leads you on to next week. You're like, the Doctor's a ghost? The Doctor's dead? What happened? I guess we'll find out.
It's a fucking great cliffhanger because it's filled with such promise. The Doctor's going to go back. He even defiantly, like, heroically says, I can stop anyone else dying. Yes. And he's like, I'm going back in my time machine. And I love it when in episodes, it doesn't happen all that often, right? And more, it should happen more, I think, where the Doctor leaves another character and then we see in real time the changes that have unfolded because of the events that took place in the past that we weren't privy to.
Very true.
I think that should happen more, and I think it's amazing effective. And I just love the fucking Jenna Coleman's line delivery of the pure dread on the no. It's a fucked scenario you're in right now.
100% hunch.
Yeah, man, this is our shortest episode in a long time.
I think we're going off the time though without the bit we recorded before.
Oh yeah, I'm sure when we throw in those 7 extra minutes, it'll really make a noticeable difference.
I mean, maybe.
But that's the episode. I tell you what, for a middling episode, I'm pumped to see what happens next.
I am too.
Weirdo of the Week! Weirdo.
This is everyone's favourite section of the show where we get to take a chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who come across our screens each and every single fucking week. Lawrence, who is your weirdo for this week?
Nathan, my weirdo this week is the Doctor.
what and why and how and when and all that carry on.
I'm glad we skipped over it in the episode. I'm sure it was because we were avoiding talking about it for this exact moment.
100% why that would be. Yes.
The Doctor. Also, I want to point it out that for the longest time, and up until 3 minutes ago, right, my note for weirdo said, "I don't know."
Okay.
The Doctor is my weirdo this week, Nathan, because he is not a fan of the hit single "Mysterious Girl" from Peter Andre.
Oh, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Peter Andre gets a shout out this week.
And that's a
well
banger,
done,
man.
Andre.
Mysterious Girl is a certified fucking hood classic.
Whoa, mysterious girl, move your body close to mine.
Come on, move your body.
Come on, move your body.
That version. Yeah, man, weird behaviour. Throwing out your radio over it, being annoyed that that's stuck in your head for weeks, that's a good song to have stuck in your head. That's a feel-good tune.
Did Peter Andre have any other songs?
Nah, well, yeah, probably, but none that I know.
He did. I remember he tried to, when he was with Katie Price and they had those, like, fucking 12 reality shows they did a year or whatever. Like, he tried to, like, relaunch his music career because at that point he was essentially just famous for being with Katie Price, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he tried to, like, relaunch it and shit, but I don't think it... I remember a song, Behind Closed Doors. Behind closed doors, behind closed doors.
Is the
I remember
one
that song.
The only ones I'm thinking of, I keep trying to think of different songs, but I just keep thinking of lyrics from Mysterious Girl. I'm like, maybe that's a song?
Probably.
Oh, no, it's just part of Mysterious Girl.
That's just Mysterious Girl. Hold on. Peter Andre.
I stop
Behind
and stare
Closed
at
Doors.
you. Something, something, something.
What is this?
I don't know. This is straight arse.
Yeah, anyway, good for you, Peter Andre.
That's our music review for Peter Andre. When did that come out? Was that like a recent drop?
Oh, no, that was like 2010 or some shit. 2009, 2010 or something.
I mean, still, for Peter Andre, that's way back when, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
not good stuff. Yeah, who's your weirdo?
Anyway, good on him. My weirdo is... I'm just going to read out what I have verbatim here.
Sure.
Every cunt working on this base, why are they confused and not believing in aliens? They work for Unit Maybe, and one of them even knows exactly who the Doctor is, and it's 1100 years in the future. Why are they always like, it's not aliens, it can't be aliens, they're not real?
Yeah, I mean, it being in the... Oh, I guess, yeah, because being in the future, you would have come across a fucking alien or two at this point. Yeah.
Like, the human race is supposed to have expanded and shit beyond this point, you know?
Yeah.
And again, they work for Unit, maybe.
Yeah,
and one
true.
of them knows who the Doctor is.
Yeah, if you know who the Doctor is, then you at least know he's an alien.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck them. They're all weird.
And they're always like, why is there aliens? Shut up.
Yeah, to be fair to them, they haven't had a piss break that wasn't in a bottle in 10 years because they work for Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, probably.
yeah, they've had a hard shift, man. Leave them be.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, they got
anyway,
you
I was going
calling
to
it
mention
weird.
that earlier, but I stopped myself, so I can mention it now.
Good job.
So
from
good
you
for
there.
me. Yeah.
That's the one bit of good podcasting we've done today.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Now, even it's time for the audience to have their say.
Fucking what,
Yeah,
cunt?
I know. If you're new, you can write into the emails or the Discord. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. We look through, we pick some out, we read them on the show. I'm assuming we got 0 emails.
Yeah, probably.
Do you want to check? Just in
I'll
case
have
we got one.
I'll have a look. We got one for next week's, but not this week's. So, yeah.
Well, we'll save that. Save the gold.
Save that one then.
All right, I'll tell you what. There's a couple here that are of wildly differing opinions, so we'll read some out. We'll establish some thoughts. Pearl Goblin on the Discord, aka Nat, says, if this two-parter has any haters, they are all me. I find this two-parter so boring and some of the worst episodes of Series 9. Brackets.
Wow.
Not the absolute worst, but very close. While this is a pretty good representation for the death community, there are still some weird camera movements where her signs are not being fully captured that put me off. For a base under siege story to be successful, you need to actually care about the characters. Take the Impossible Planet / Satan Pit episode as a good example. In this one, I couldn't tell you any of the characters' names or motivations. Bored to tears.
To be fair, I agree. To be fair, though, I couldn't tell you a single cunt's motivation in the fucking Impossible Planet Satan Pit.
It's been too long since I watched it, if we're honest. I know that a lot of them like having an ood slave, so there's that.
Yeah, they love slavery.
Yeah, so their motivation is good on slavery, I guess.
Yeah. What was it, Danny?
Oh, no, there was that cunt that died in the vent like a true hero that was a bit of a ledge.
Yeah, he was the guard. But, like, what was his motivation, though?
I don't know.
Exactly. What was Danny's motivation? What was Toby's motivation?
I do take your point, but they definitely have more meat. They at least have more personality than this.
I agree. I think like fucking. I think the cast here is a bit forgettable. Yeah, really. The crew is a bit forgettable. Really.
Yeah.
But whatever.
There we go. That does also allude to this is not the worst of Series 9. Do you know what?
No, it's not. Yes, I know.
And would you agree this is not the worst of Series 9?
We'll get there.
Oh, interesting. Okay. George783 on the Discord says, I can't lie, this is one of my favourite two-parters in New Who. Bloody love this episode. It's a little slow, don't get me wrong, but a drawn-out mystery over 2 parts feels pretty unique in Doctor Who and fits Capaldi's Doctor really well. Great chance to see him terrify some strangers, and the crew are pretty fun and memorable too. I'll admit most of the meat is saved for the part 2, but it lays some great foundations here. So pretty much the inverse of what Nat's saying there.
Yeah, I think I'm more with Joe7892 or whatever.
George, but
sure.
Yeah.
Then
wrong name and wrong numbers.
Wow. No, but I kind of got it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
you're more with George, but you've just said these characters aren't all that memorable, and like this.
Yeah, they're not. Like I agree with that and that, but I'm still more with George or Joe or whatever they are.
You're on a more positive kick on Series 9, aren't you? I feel like.
Yeah, it's a good series.
This is. I tell you what though, favorite 2-parters in New Who. I haven't seen part 2, so I will reserve judgment, but I am looking at that skeptically after this part 1.
All right.
Especially after the 2-parter we just had, by the way, as well. Wild shit.
Well, calm down.
I know. Right, I'll read a few more out. Sage says, I absolutely love next week's episode, but this is honestly just dull. Some fun moments. I like the Doctor's cue cards, and the ghosts are cool. Ghosts are a cool concept / design, but this didn't need to be a 2-parter. I haven't seen the second part, but this feels...
Yeah, exactly. You can't say you agree without seeing the second part, because...
But this feels like a one and done. Do you know what I mean? This feels...
But it's not.
I know.
It's not done, so...
I know.
You haven't seen it. You need to get the full story, and I disagree. I think it does need to be a 2-parter because it is, and it works.
Well, I mean, I guess it is, yeah. And last one I'll read out, which I think we can definitely relate to. Reopen 2588 on the Discord says, fun little 2-parter, but every time I watch it, I go, man, that was good, and then forget everything about it until the next time that I watch it.
You know what? Yeah, that is 100% fair.
That's so valid.
That's 100% where I'm at right now. I'm like, maybe I watched this episode. I can't be sure.
Yeah, it's a tough one to recall. There's a lot of word soup towards the back end of this as well, I think.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you've enjoyed the show, you can give us a little 5-star review, or honestly, a 4-star this week. You can knock it down one if you like. It weren't our finest hour of podcasting, this one. You can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok.
Wait. Did you do something to... What did you say?
If you're not even going to pay attention to me, I don't know what
I was reading somewhere. What did you say?
I said they can give us a 4-star review because this one was bad.
No, only 5. You can't give us 4. You only 5s. Okay?
All right, choose to abstain of a review this week.
Yeah, just don't do a review if you're not going to do 5. Right? Yeah. Only 5s. Okay.
You can follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at StillGotLegsPod, and join the Discord. You can share your thoughts on the episode, or you can email them over at StillGotLegsPodcast@gmail.com. And it's time for some thank yous. Nathan, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you to Nina for... Hang on, what?
Yes.
Oh. Thank you to Nina for managing the short form content as well as marshalling the Discord alongside...
Thank you, Nina.
alongside Melina and, of course, Pierce.
Thank you, Melina. Thank you, Pierce.
And if you're interested in hearing more from us, you can check out the Patreon. The link to sign up is in the show notes. It comes with all sorts of stuff. Episode notes, a bonus podcast for Doctor Who topics, commentaries as voted on by you, and Still Got Rex, where we recommend whatever we've been watching, reading, listening to, or whatever. Get involved.
3 fucking bonus podcast episodes a month.
Yeah, that's almost 4, which is almost a podcast.
Exactly. So it's basically, if you think about it, really, it's basically a podcast every week.
I mean, it's more than that.
Apart from the weeks when it's not.
It's one point something podcasts every week.
It's like you're getting a whole extra podcast every week, apart from some weeks where you don't.
Yeah.
Okay? But for the most of them, you get that, and that's for £5.
Unless you count reading notes as a podcast.
Yeah. And look, most podcasts are free. Right.
No, but this one's for free. Then there's
This is the free one.
Yeah.
But then you get more, and it's just £5
It's only a fiver, guys.
a month.
I'll be honest, this is not the episode to plug the Patreon super hard.
Not. Yeah, I'm probably, if I listen to this, I'll be like, get fucked, mate.
Am I paying you shit, mate? You should pay me for listening.
Exactly.
But yes, we call our lovely patrons companions. Nathan, we picked up some scallywags this week. Where did we pick up our lovely companions from?
First of all, bloody hell, fucking hell. Sorry, Michael. First of all, we have Michael Stagg, who we picked up in Liverpool.
Oh, it's Stephen Graham himself.
Stephen Graham himself.
Hello,
he was having
mate.
some fucking chicken and chips and a can of Coke and fucking...
Can't fucking believe it, mate.
I'll fucking knock your head in. You know, whenever I think of the Scouse accent, I think of this video you've seen of, like, some youths, some young bad troubled boys, okay, in like a car driving away from the police, and like one of the guy who's like in the passenger seat is just like screaming at his mate, I guess like trying to get him to stop or slow down or whatever, and he's just saying, lad, they're gonna get the chopper on you, mate, lad, they're gonna get the chopper on you. It just bumps into my head.
Lads, calm down.
They're gonna get the chopper on you.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Right, David, where did we pick up Michael?
We picked up Michael in Liverpool. While they were on the run from the law.
Oh.
And the chopper was chasing them. So what we did is the TARDIS parked, and we opened up the doors. We swung the doors open and let them just drive straight in. Into the TARDIS, and we're like, "Here, we'll help you out."
So we sorted them out big time, basically.
Yeah, we sorted them out, and then we just kidnapped them.
Would you stop with this? They're not all.
They're all kidnapped, and off we went. To explore time and space with Michael and his car.
Yeah.
But not the police that were chasing Michael. Because again, let me just stress, Michael is a criminal.
Yeah, that's fine. We got no issue with that.
That's fine. Yeah. A-cup.
Yeah, A-cup. Sama Lama Lama, Nathan. I added an extra llama on there, I think.
Sama Lama Lama.
Sama Lama. We'll go with that.
Sama Lama Lama. Wait, is it Sama Lama or Sama Lama Lama?
It's Sama Lama.
Sama Lama.
Yeah, there's just a lot of M's, but it's a not.
Right.
Yeah, it's Sama Lama.
Sama Lama.
Sama Lama. We picked. No, we didn't pick up Sama Lama from Wellingborough, but they are from Wellingborough in the United Kingdom, Nathan.
I know Wellingborough. I've been there. Lovely place. I'm just saying I've been there. That's all.
What's it like?
Nice.
Yeah, you know it will.
You'd like it.
Would I?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Got a nice co-op. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, who'd you hear that from?
I don't know, just some cunt.
We didn't pick up. Why would I be in Wellingborough? We didn't pick them up there. The TARDIS actually landed somewhere Wellingborough adjacent, which is actually in Kettering, where James Acaster was doing another gig.
K and E and a T and a T, E and an R and I and G, K and a T and a W and Kettering Town, FC, and a T and an R and an I and G.
No, even Samalama was in Kettering. They were looking for a kettle in Kettering. They'd heard that was the place to go. And we said, mate, we've got the best fucking brews on board this TARDIS, right? The TARDIS landed in a kettle shop. We said, come on in, have a brew, sit down. There's some room on the floor over there in that corner, maybe.
The Kettering Kettle Shop.
The Kettering Kettle Shop is where we picked them up.
Yeah.
And the Kettering Kettle Shop, they left in the TARDIS with us. And we promised them brews. We never delivered because we're cunts.
This is the next one is Lewis Lamond, who we picked up in Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, hello.
Aberdeen, a beautiful town, which maybe the Doctor didn't know they were from Aberdeen or something. Whatever he said on his card.
I think that was a Sarah Jane reference, wasn't it?
I
should have known you didn't live in Aberdeen.
Oh, that was a Sarah Jean. Yeah, because he was supposed to drop her off.
Sarah Jean, was it?
In Aberdeen, or was it Croydon?
Yeah, he was meant to drop her off in Croydon, and it was Aberdeen or something.
No, wasn't it the Isle of Dogs?
I don't know.
Oh, but wait, that's Canary. No, that's
the Isle of Canines.
Is it Canary Wharf that's the Isle of Dogs?
Oh, fucking no, man. I'm not a dog.
You don't have to be a dog.
Well, if it's the Isle of Dogs, Nathan, how am I getting in?
You're a fucking nightmare to talk to sometimes, all right? You are genuine. Anytime I ask you a question about anything remotely normal that people would know, I don't fucking know. Why the fuck would I know
Well,
that?
if people know it, why don't you?
Because I'm an idiot.
You're in the same boat as me.
Isle of Dogs is Canary Wharf. I'm almost certain of it.
Why? Why is it called the Isle of Dogs?
Because that's what it used to be called before it was Canary Wharf.
Oh.
Because it was only really Canary Wharf once they started adding all the big buildings and turned it into the financial district and shit.
Fucking Isle of Dogs is such a sick name.
Which is quite recent, and that's only within the last 20, 30 years or so.
Is that where the big building, the Gherkin, is?
No, that's...
I don't know where it is.
You lived there, man.
I know it looks like
fucking lived there. That's a different part of London entirely.
I don't fucking know where I just know the Gherkin exists. And there's that one that looks like a radiator as well, that building.
You fucking infuriate me, man. You genuinely infuriate me.
I see him on the train.
Anyway, shut the fuck up. Anyway, fucking... Oh, you leave... That's genuinely aggravating me. Lewis Layman, we picked them up in Aberdeen. They were trying to find the Isle of Dogs on a map. So I shot you in the face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then kidnapped...
Stop kidnapping everyone. Right, no kidnapping.
I kidnapped Lewis and said, hey, we'll help you get to the Isle of Dogs, or my name isn't Nathan James Bauer.
So you kidnap me, you give your full name, unprompted.
Well, we're mates.
Oh, you're mates. Oh, well, Matt, that's my mistake.
Yeah.
Nice. I see you fucking... I'm on the same spreadsheet you're on, by the way, and it was so clear you were wrapped up and done with that one because you just highlighted the next name for me. Christina Shrugs, Nathan, is from Bristol.
Bristol. All right, my lover.
All right, my love. They were on an episode of Skins, actually. Don't know if you know that.
I do know that's where they're set.
The TARDIS landed at that school or university or something. College, that's it.
Roundview College.
Roundview, that's it. With the weird guy that was in heaven and giving Danny a bit of jip the other week.
Yeah.
So the TARDIS got confused. They went, oh my god, that dead cunt, the cunt that was in heaven. We're going to lock onto his position. Right.
Yeah.
We locked onto his position, but they got it was the wrong universe, Nathan. We went into the multiverse and landed in the Skins universe instead, where we found Christina Shrugs. While they were in class shrugging, right? They were so unsure, right? And we said, I tell you what, we got to teach you some lessons, right? We got if you're shrugging so much, there's more knowledge to be learned. So we come on board the TARDIS. We've got a chalkboard. It's fairly new. We stole it from the Last Doctor or whatever. We'll teach you some stuff in there. So we're now tutors. We're Christina's tutors.
My favourite part about that, okay, is that you specifically said we went into the Skins universe and it was completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
There was no fucking... there was nothing else related to Skins. It was so fucking irrelevant to everything else that happened. We went into the Skins universe and then just went to a college and found someone. And that's literally it.
Yes, but sometimes you gotta take a bit of a walk to get where you're going.
Yeah. Great. Good stuff. Yeah. All right, well, there we go. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Samalama Lama. Thank you, Michael Stagg.
Hell yeah. Welcome aboard, gang.
Welcome aboard.
Very hefty these days.
You are here for life.
Yeah, no leaving.
I've got a gun.
Oh, shit. Everyone get down. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I mean that sincerely, genuinely. If you've got this far this week, this specific week, thank you so much.
This one was rough, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a bad time. Maybe next week, aka tomorrow, we'll be on better form.
Don't count on it.
Don't count on it.
Maybe.
Anyway,
although saying that, we will have actually watched the episode within an appropriate time of then recording the episode.
Yeah.
So it should be better refreshed within our minds.
At least we will have an idea of the plot.
Which is kind of the bare minimum.
Yeah, on a rewatch podcast.
It is kind of the bare minimum.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Thank you, Nathan, for listening to me on my end.
I was thanking myself.
Oh.
In the future.
I
was thanking for when I'm listening to this, what I was doing I was talking to myself.
I see. Oh, you're listening back?
Yeah, I'm saying thank you, Nathan, for listening to this. I did. An episode got posted today. I won't say when. I won't say what one to kind of, give away when we're recording this, but an episode was posted today, and I was like, oh, it's been like fucking 3 weeks since this was recorded. I'll have a listen and see what was going on.
Did you enjoy it?
Nah, shit.
Yeah, dog fuck podcast.
Not for me, mate, this podcast, let me tell you.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m. Stay beautiful, stay sexy, actually. Stay Doctor Who'd up, I don't know.
Stay on that Isle of Dogs. Or don't. I love you.
Love you too.
Goodbye.